Hello guys, thank you for joining for another video. So today I'm going to be doing my hair and makeup for my USC graduation photos. So let's get ready. Welcome to my first full glam video on the channel. So today I'm headed off to get my graduation photos, which I know is crazy to think because I feel like I just started my program, but USC for some reason wants us to have our portraits done by December, even though I have a whole semester left of my master's program. So I'm gonna be getting that done today. When I was there for undergrad, I actually never got a senior portrait or anything like that. And so I knew going back to school, I really wanted to get one done. I feel like I never get to dress up or get to do my makeup like this. And so I have given myself plenty of time. It's 12 o'clock right now and I don't need to leave until probably like 1:30, 1:40. So we have about 2 hours to do this glam. I've already started to prep the skin. I have had my eye patches on for majority of the morning and we're gonna first get started with the hair. I personally, controversial take, but I am personally a hair makeup outfit girl, so we're gonna get started with our hair first. I've had my Shark air dryer for about a year now, and I feel like for the first time ever, I was able to get the curls to work using the curl attachment, and so that's what I'm gonna be working on today. What I found worked the best the last time I did my hair was first, I blow dried my hair really sleek and straight, and then I did the curls on top of it. So that's what we're gonna do today, and I'm just gonna use a round brush to make my hair nice and sleek. Okay, first thing I do is section off my hair, and like I said, I'm using the round brush. This is probably like my third time doing it like this, so if you guys are watching this and you're like, what is she doing? Truly, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but it worked and it looked good last time, so we're just gonna try it out again. Okay, now that I've brushed the product through, we're gonna go ahead and start straightening. Okay, so I just did the bottom half of my hair and I'm actually gonna do the top half next. I wanna give my hair just some time to kind of cool down in between adding the curl to it and making it nice and sleek, because if my hair's too hot, then it just won't even hold the curl. And I will say I found that when I use a round brush rather than any of the Shark attachments, it doesn't get my hair as hot, then it makes it easier to hold a curl or to try to curl it on top of that. So I'm gonna do the next section, add some mousse to my hair to really make it stay, and then add the curl. Okay, I just had to sit because that was an arm workout, but the hair is nice and sleek, so I'm gonna add a little bit of mousse. Okay, the curls are not turning out for some reason. I think I need to try maybe like some texturizing spray, something else. Okay, so I just finished the bottom half, and honestly, like, are the curls my favorite? No, and they're semi-staying, so I'm getting to the point where I don't have too much time left, so I just need to do the top half of my hair, and then we'll see where we can take it from there. Okay, so this side I just finished curling, so that's why it still has a little bit of curl to it. Even though the curls are falling out, they're kind of falling out nicely, which I'll have my little cap on, so this is kind of like how the hair will be showing. I think it'll look good. I think it's kind of just like a nice little toss to it. The curls still do give it body, so I was stressed for a second, but I think it's gonna work out. That whole ordeal of my curls not curling for a while and all the things took a while. So it's 1:19 now and I have probably like 40 minutes, like 30, 40. which is plenty of time. I can do my makeup rather quickly, so I'm gonna take my time and still make it look nice, but I am gonna step on it just a little bit. So I need something soft to put my hair back, so I'm just gonna use this little this little headband, I should say. Okay, perfect. Now I actually still need to wash my face. I had those eye patches on, so I didn't really wash my face properly, so I'm gonna wash my face and then we're gonna start. I just washed my face, and the first thing is, this is actually a new product that I just started using, but we need to have a really good base. So this is the multi-peptide and hyaluronic serum. It makes sure that your skin is super hydrated, and this actually gives your skin like a little bit of a plump, which I definitely want to kind of even out some of the bumps and texture that I have in my skin. And then next, I'm going to use the Barrier Restore Cream. Normally during the day, I use the Peptide Glazing Fluid, which is also by Rhode, but this one's a little thicker, and so like I said, I want to have a really good base and really good skincare underneath my makeup, so I'm going to use the thicker one. And then the very last step in our prep is just a little bit of primer. I'm normally not the best about like trying out new primers or anything like that, and so this one, it's easy, it's e.l.f., so I just always go for it. So first thing I do is my face, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me. Almost all my products I do on the back of my hand first. The only thing I don't like about this product, I have been gravitating more towards drugstore foundation just because foundation gets so expensive. But this one, if you can tell, it doesn't have like any sort of stopper. You literally just have to pour it out, and so I always have so much, which I feel like there's no way I'm going to use this much product. Putting your makeup on your hand first, I got that tip from Olivia Jade. I don't remember who I got this like applying makeup with your hand first tip from, but I kind of just like put it all over my face, and then I actually rub it in with my hands too, just because I feel like it gives it a more kind of natural, and like I feel like doing it with your hands just kind of helps. So I literally just get it everywhere, and then I use just like a single finger to really rub it in. It also kind of helps me move around product where I have a little bit of extra. Like I kind of have too much on my nose. So even if I need, I can just kind of like wipe it off and then wipe it on the back of my hand, which you'll see in a second. It's always my forehead where I have way too much product. Now that it is all rubbed in, I'm still gonna go in with a really thick foundation brush and just pat it. Like I said, I feel like when you use a makeup brush, it kind of picks up some of the product, which I don't like when it's not all even, but in a step like this, I like that my makeup is already all even all over my face, and this is kind of picking up a little bit of the excess. Look at how much I need to wipe down the drain now. Next, I'm going to do some bronzer, so I'm going to use the Say bronzer. I put it on my hand first, because see, look at how like uneven that was. I don't know if it's my brush or just how I kind of blotted in the product, but I don't want to have that like uneven look on my face, so I blot it on my hand first. I don't contour my nose, but I do like adding just a little bit of bronzer. I feel like then it just looks like you have like all this kind of nice tan color around your face, and then the middle of your face is like bright white. Also, for my personal face shape, I kind of focus a lot on like my temple, almost like above my eyebrow, and just a little bit of my cheek. I don't go very far down or anything like that. I really focus like right here. And that's just what I found works for my face shape, because as you'll see in a second, when I do my blush like on the apples of my cheeks. Same thing, I rub it on my hand first. This is very pink right now, but I do need to add a lot of powder because I don't want to be shiny or anything like that in the camera or in the flash. So a lot of kind of the color is going to be covered up. Next, I'm going to get a damp beauty blender, and then I just press it in. I am going to do a pressed powder right after this. So this is kind of like my under eyes, my forehead, and then my chin. So now that I've done the loose powder in my really oily spots, now I'm going to do the pressed powder just all over. And honestly, days when I'm not doing like a full makeup look or anything like that, I'll just go in with this. The pink from the blush is kind of covered over with the powders, but it's still shining through as like a nice base. And so I'm going to go over on top once I've done my eyebrows and my eye makeup and do some more, but at least that's kind of like my base. So I actually got my eyebrows done yesterday, and if you guys have watched many of my videos, I normally do not get my eyebrows done that often. I don't know why. I like got them done yesterday and I feel like they just look so good. I'm always nervous that they're gonna make them super thin because that's kind of what was happening for a while before I stopped getting my eyebrows done. Was I had to stop because they were like truly like one hair at the end. They had just gotten so thin from like people not knowing how to shape them or anything. But look at that. That was so easy to fill in my eyebrows because I can just like follow the shape that they waxed them to. First, I just did a little eyebrow pencil, and then I'm still gonna go over top with Glossier Boy Brow. The next product, guys, I have like, when I first started wearing makeup, okay, backstory, this goes for my hair and my makeup. I feel like in high school, in college, even in like middle school kind of, I really knew how to like curl my hair, like do my makeup, things like that, and like make it last. Like I was on the cheer team in college and in high school, obviously, and I would cheer for like a whole day, like in the heat, everything, and my makeup would stay in place so well. And I'm like, now I go to work, by the time I go to the bathroom for the first time, I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my god, my makeup is melted. I wish my makeup looked as good as it did when I used to do it. And so I'm starting to like go back to products that I was using then. I think obviously they probably have like new formulas and stuff like that now, but I'm gonna try to at least use the products and see if it's the same result. So the first one I got is the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot. And so I always have like super oily eyelid. I always have super oily eyelids, and so wearing eyeshadow or anything like that, it just like melts into the crease. And I wore this the other night and it actually worked pretty well. I also did see that the Pro Longwear Paint Pot, it comes in like different colors, so if you didn't want to use it as a base and you wanted to use it as your actual eyeshadow, they had some really cute colors. I'm gonna use my Makeup by Mario palette. I think I'm gonna go with these two colors right here. I'm gonna start with this one. This is kind of like a flat brush, if you can see. I'm gonna mainly do it on like the outside corners, but since this one is a bigger brush, it's okay if it kind of goes further down my crease because this is kind of going to be like our transition shade. Next, with a tinier little crease brush, I'm going to go in that darker shade, and I'm going to add it in the same spot, just kind of like in this corner to darken it up. Okay, now with a big fluffy brush, I'm going to blend that all together, and while I'm blending it is when I can kind of move it further down my crease. Final step for eyeshadow, I have this NARS palette and it has the most beautiful shimmery shades. I think since I don't want anything too dark or kind of too flashy on my eyelids, even though they are shimmer, I'm gonna go in with this color right here. Since it has just like a hint of brown to it, it kind of just like ties together that spot in the front of my eyelid where I didn't have any eyeshadow yet, and so it kind of gave it like a nice little color, but also just kind of like covered the lid with that nice little shimmer. And then also going back to the Makeup by Mario palette, so since I don't want this to be too harsh or dark of an eye look, or just a makeup look in general, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this brown shadow as my eyeliner. I'm gonna do my eyeliner and my mascara off camera because I have to be like in my face in order to do it, and then I'll come back. Okay, so here is the eyeliner and the mascara. Now, like I said, since I used a lot of powder that kind of like blurred my face a bit, I'm gonna use just a little bit more bronzer and blush just to brighten up my face a bit. First is the Patrick Ta bronzer, and I'm gonna use, this one obviously has the cream and powder side, so I'm gonna use the powder side. I'm not gonna do too much. And then I'm gonna use some Rhode Tan Line Pocket Blush. We're almost there, we're almost done. And I'm doing good on time too. I looked it up, and if I left right now, I'd be like 20 minutes early. I already know what I'm wearing. My hair's done, so I'm doing great. Next thing that I'm gonna do is I have this little flat foundation brush, and once I'm done with my makeup, I always just kind of like pat my skin with it because I just want to blur everything together. Like my blush, my bronzer, I don't want there to be any harsh lines. So I kind of just like go around where there's product and just like blur out the edges. Last thing before I do my lipstick, on the train of old products, this Mario Badescu spray, I used to use this when I would do my makeup just to kind of like blur all the products together. This obviously isn't like a setting spray, anything like that, but since it's a face spray, I kind of want to just use it to like melt my face together and like make it feel like real skin again. And then on top of that, I'm going to do my setting spray. But this is the first time I'm using this in years, so if it doesn't work out well, I'll leave a note in this video so that you do not buy it. This is kind of like what people are doing with like the Rhode face spray, because obviously that one too, it's not a setting spray, it's like a facial mist. So I saw that and honestly got inspired, but I got inspired to do products that I've already done in the past. So I'm gonna start by spraying this, and then I'll spray my setting spray. Also, while I'm waiting for that to dry, I need to clean all of this gunk off my hands, because I imagine my hands will be in the picture, at least like holding my little diploma, putting up a little V for victory, something, I don't know. And then last step, we are going to do our lipstick. So first I'm going in with the MAC lip liner in Whirl. On top of that, I'm going to do the matte lipstick in Cool Teddy. And then if I need it, I also have my light pink Rhode, just to kind of give it a little gloss, a little glam. Okay, so that is the full makeup. Now let's take out the hair and double check that it looks okay. Again, like if this part is flat, that's fine with me because I'm gonna have the little cap on. I'm just gonna quickly brush through it with a comb. Okay, now I need to go get dressed. Okay guys, so this is my outfit. I have just like a nice little top on and then khaki dress pants underneath. This is actually a necklace that my mom gave me when I graduated USC from undergrad. It's just like a little ruby, and so I thought it would be perfect to have on today. But this is my full glam hair makeup outfit for my USC graduation photo. Thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video.